Well, congratulations to South Dakota. Just a great year. Not only a great tournament here, but great year. Certainly deserving as they go forward in the NCAAs, and wish them luck. I thought from our perspective, I thought we played really well. Really played well enough to win a game. Just didn't make enough plays to win a game, but played hard. Played with a great deal of fight and energy. Made a ton of shots and ton of plays throughout. So, it's always hard to express a really good thought here, but disappointed in the outcome, but certainly not disappointed in our group. We really played hard and really did a wonderful job out there. And so you're trying to balance those two emotions of a tough loss and also a lot of appreciation for what these young women put into this tournament, this game in particular. So I'm really proud of them and looking forward to what comes next.
Go ahead with questions for the student athletes.
Tegan, what are the immediate emotions after a game like that? I mean, it was a great game, a close game. Obviously, you lost to a very good opponent. Disappointment, pride. I mean, what are sort of the emotions running through you right now?
Yeah, obviously it's a huge disappointment. We went out there wanting to win that, just like any other team would. But I'm really proud of our group. I think we played amazing and we played together. And I think overall I'm just really proud. But again, it's disappointing to lose.
Tylee, you guys got off to a great start offensively. I think you made 6 of your first 7 3-pointers. Did you have any sort of change to your game plan, or what led to you guys being so good offensively early on?
I wouldn't say we made any changes necessarily. Shots were just falling, and I mean, there's a lot of emotion that goes into that too. But yeah, we had a lot of people make a lot of plays throughout the game, and we just came up short at the end. But
for either one of you, I know obviously the standard here has been championships, but with everything this team went through, the injuries, can you look back with a lot, I know it's fresh right now, but can you look back with a lot of pride that you were able to get to this point and get within maybe a few shots of winning another championship?
Yeah, I would say I'm really proud of this team. We've been through so much this year, a lot of adversity. So I'm really proud that we've come this far, and I've been proud of our team for the last month or a couple months without a lot of key players, and so I think everyone's stepped up, and yeah, a lot of pride about the team.
Any other questions? Go ahead, Matt.
Tylee, potentially WNIT, something like that. Your season's probably not over. Do you think this team can rally from this and maybe make a run in another postseason event?
yeah, I think we saw a lot of good things in our team, not only today but through this whole tournament. And ultimately, that's the goal: is to have a good postseason run. I mean, it hurts a lot right now, but come Thursday, we're gonna get back to work and hopefully have that postseason run that we want.
Any other questions for the student athletes? All right, thanks, ladies. You can head back to the locker room. Go ahead with questions for Coach.
Aaron, you kind of alluded to it in your statement, but I mean, is there much really you could complain about your team's effort? I mean, it seemed like they kind of gave everything they had and just came up a little short.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have any complaints about anything that our team did. They were great throughout this tournament, and in the week and a half coming into it. Played really well in Fargo and got some good momentum coming into this one. And no, I thought we played incredibly well. Defensively, we were exceptional, I thought. Not good, but I thought we were pretty exceptional. Second chance points and the free throw line are the two things that were the difference in the game, and that's what the stat sheet tells me. It's the first time I've had a chance to look at it. I felt the second chance points. I thought we had some really good stops, and if we could have gotten a rebound, it would have made a big difference. So to their credit, they did a really nice job of rebounding. But we played really well, executed. We got the shots we wanted. We had a couple good looks even in the last seconds, but in the last couple minutes when they kind of just pulled away, we had some good looks. We had a good open three. We had a transition play. It was a good look. So, they just made a couple more shots in key times. And, I think that's what I've always said when we've been on the other side of it. We've just sometimes made a few more key shots, and today we didn't. So.
You mentioned defense. They shot 33%, which is probably about as low as it's been for them all year. Can you expand on the strategy there and how well your team executed on that end of the court?
Well, individually, I thought we defended well. We didn't get beat much on dribble penetration. Any penetration that they had came off some ball screens. We did a few different things, probably 3 different things on ball screens, and tried to mix that up and give them some different looks. They still hit a couple of key threes in that second half that were really important. you know, I mean, that's kind of what they do. They're just in a, you know, at the end of the day, they're a ball screen team in a different way than others. In close games, that's what they go to, and that's what they went to today. And quite honestly, I thought we did a pretty good job on that part of it. Had we rebounded better, I think it, you know, it really would have changed the game for sure. Yeah.
Aaron, was there anything strategically before the game that was a lot different this time around and that helped you guys have a much better result than the first few times?
Well, I mean, that first game, like I've always said, is a throwaway. I mean, it's just, there wasn't anything about that that brings value or thought. They played well, we didn't. Second game, I think we talked about some things we saw in the second game we could do better. So we were a little different offensively today than we were for about 3/4 of that game in Brookings. And I thought that was effective. We weren't able to get as much penetration. That's something we talked a lot about. We really scored a lot on trying to get the ball inside. We just didn't have anybody that were able to quite break them down. I thought that could have been a nice boost for us. We talked about it early and just didn't quite get that in the second half. But yeah, I mean, really kind of picking at some things just to try and give you a good answer. I mean, we played well enough to win. We just didn't make some shots. And, yep.
Aaron, what can you say about? Oh, go ahead. Your two senior. I mean, I know Megan Baltimore too, but Tegan and Riley really seemed to sort of leave it all out there as seniors, and both played really, really well today.
Yeah, you know, all three of them were just warriors out there. Played really hard. You know, it means a lot to them. It means a lot to our program to be in this tournament. Not, and I don't think we take for granted that we're just going to advance and always play well, because it doesn't happen. I mean, if we look around, it's a lot harder to play in 10 tournament championships than maybe people would think it is. And you do that because of seniors. You do that because of people that get towards the end of their careers and realize this is it. And those three were great all year, and I thought they were great in this event.
Last question in the back.
Coach, I know as difficult as this is, as I mentioned with the players, with everything you went through with injuries and the adversity, can you really look back on this season and say that you got everything you could out of a team that really had to go through a lot to get to this point, and to be within a few shots of a title again is kind of remarkable?
Yeah, no, we did great. And every team deals with adversity. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. This year we had it, so we had to try and fight through that as much as we could. So yeah, I'm really proud of them for everything on the year. Wish we could have given them a little bit, better situation a few times, whether it be today or some other games, and we could be in a little better place here. But they've given us certainly everything they have, and that's, as a coach, all you really ever would want and appreciate, and I'll always appreciate that from this group. They really gave everything they had to this team and to this season. So we'll try and regroup and get ourselves ready for what comes next.